Hi everyone, this is Heather.
And this is Ella.
Hey, you're home from school today. What's up?
It's election day, and I guess they just decided for safety reasons that we should probably.
Do they use your school?
I think they might.
Is a voting?
Yeah.
But also, Daddy's here.
Oh, hi, Dad.
That's kind of strange.
That's
Also, we just came from Evan's school because it's parent-teacher conference day. So that's another thing that we're working on today. But since you started school, so it's been 9 weeks, right?
Yeah, just about.
What is the question you get asked most often from my friends, from family, from your friends?
How are you, just adjusting?
How do you like school?
Yeah, how do I like it?
So, for everyone who's watching or curious, well, first, let's back up.
Yeah.
Explain to everyone your schooling history.
Okay, so I was in the Beaver Area School District from kindergarten, and I finished my 5th grade year. Then we moved, and we were in Hopewell, and Mom wanted to pull me and challenge me with different subjects. So for 4 years, we did that, and I finished my 9th grade year. And then we transitioned to public school because high school is hard to do as a homeschooler.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. I would say what you just said there is a little bit of an understatement. She said high school is hard to do as a homeschooler. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. We did really well with homeschool from, 5th through 8th? Was
6th through 8th. 6th through 9th.
Yeah, but I mean before high school I'm talking. Before we hit 9th grade.
6th through 8th was pretty good.
It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
We had a challenging curriculum that we both really liked. It was very Jesus heavy, which is what we're about. But then when we hit 9th grade,
it was like
things got
a little bit rough.
A little interesting. My friend Marilyn says, been there, done that. Yeah, because her son's like a year or two ahead of you. Isn't that funny?
It was hard because I need teachers in every subject, and she couldn't give that to me.
I could not.
No.
I could not.
And the grades and the transcripts, it was just a lot of burden to carry because this affects me getting into college, which affects my entire life. So we just need to get it right.
It got real.
And schools do that.
Yeah.
So
they do it well.
Yeah. They know that's their one job.
And I didn't do it well. I think we were okay through 8th grade.
Yes.
And if I had to do it again, I probably would have suggested that we start high school with you back in school. Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
I would have done it that way too.
We survived it, but there were a lot of tears.
Yeah.
From both of us. And we made it, and it's okay, but it made us both a little nervous. And I remember telling your dad, I want to go back to just being your mom.
Yeah.
And not being your mom and your teacher.
It was getting hard.
It was getting hard, and you're an excellent student, so it wasn't that. I just didn't. The time commitment became much greater in high school for me, and I was breaking down. I was breaking down. So it was a mutual decision.
Yep.
And you were happy with it.
It was pretty mutual. I think I was the one that was
it's time,
pushing it a little bit. Because I remember previous years where I would think about going back to public school and I'd flip out. I'd be like, I cannot go, I cannot do this. I got really nervous about the tests and stuff and all the pressure that might be involved. So I just was very nervous about everything. But then this year, when we started bringing up the subject, it was in May. It was earlier than May actually.
Yeah,
It was in April.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, but I felt like it was right. It didn't feel, I didn't feel frazzled about it. I didn't feel like I could never go back. And I wasn't as nervous for all the stuff that is involved with public school. So
you were ready.
Yeah, it was time. I was ready.
You were ready. I was ready, because that's another question people ask me is whose decision was it? Or they'll go like this. They'll ooh. Who?
No,
yeah.
It was mutual.
No, it was very mutual. We went to see your guidance counselor at Hopewell. Yeah, I think it was in the spring.
It was in May.
Yeah, to get all of your paperwork ready and your schedule established. Okay, so you're not. Oh, Christina says it's tough when Mama works. Yes, her sister-in-law homeschools 7 daughters.
7.
7. She has transitioned. Yeah, it's a full-time job. And I think I was not committed enough to making it a full-time job. I didn't feel I was good at it. I didn't want to be. It was not my motivation. So it was time. I wanted to get back to full-time in my business. You're also very social.
Yeah.
So you
I like people.
and hanging out with friends.
Most of the time I like people.
Most of the time I like people. Oh, Fred. Do you remember Fred? He lived next to us in the TWP up on the hill in Brayton. Fred
house?
and his wife next door to the left of us. Remember Salvation Army?
Yeah.
Fred. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Fred. She's doing great. Okay, we're 9 weeks in. Let's talk about some of your challenges, what your struggles, what you've learned, what you've liked.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I've pretty much liked all my subjects. I went into it being like, I hope the school days don't drag on forever, and they don't really. They're 44 minutes each, so it's not like too bad. But one of my favorites is definitely psychology. I love that.
I love it too.
I don't think I'd ever necessarily major in psychology, but I love learning about like what goes on. That's one of my hardest subjects actually. It's an elective, and every 2 weeks he gives us 80-point tests on the chapters. Yeah. And those are probably what I've stressed out about the most.
But you do well. You always do well.
Yeah, I do well. I mean, the first one I got a B.
Which is basically an F.
Yeah.
Because if
I
you're
remember
not...
when I got that grade back and I was like, it's not right.
I study a lot of psychology and neuroscience because I find it fascinating, so I'm always asking her to teach me what she's learning. And then it's so interesting.
She'll sometimes say stuff and I'm like, well, that's not quite it.
Yeah, you do challenge my thinking for sure. Let's talk about your schedule while we're here. Yes. What are the classes you're taking?
Okay, so I have psychology, I have geometry, which is not an honors class because honors math for 10th graders is algebra 2, so we were just in a different kind of curriculum when we were homeschooled. So then I have world cultures, that's honors. I have a study hall. Then I have a personal business finance class.
Ooh, I like that.
Which is interesting.
Yeah,
We're doing like a simulation of like, we have a job, we have a 401k account, we have bills to pay, like there's just lots of stuff. And biology. Biology is 9th grade. But because the curriculum we were doing had 4 years of science. Hopewell has 3. So you take bio, you take chem, and then you take physics.
Physics, yeah.
And then your 12th grade year, you take whatever science you want, or you opt out of science. Like, it doesn't, yeah. So I'm just a year behind science-wise, but that doesn't bother me too much. I mean, freshmen are annoying, but...
So you're the early 10th grader in a class full of freshmen. Yeah, that's bio.
Yeah, and then I have honors English, which I love. He's a really great teacher.
That's your favorite teacher?
Mr. Slap.
Yeah, that's your favorite teacher.
He's good.
Yeah, he's great. When I had the privilege to meet all of your teachers recently, Daddy and I went, and they spoke very highly of you. I was very, very proud. But Mr. Slap, I said to him, you're the kind of teacher they make movies about. Yeah, like the kids love him.
He's like the kind of teacher, like you get a college assignment, and they're like, write about your favorite teacher.
Yeah, and he's the one.
Write about
what is it about him?
Well, he's 26, so he's young, and he like relates to us because he knows like our struggles. Like he knows how much grades stress us out. He knows that like it's so much work sometimes, and we're just overwhelmed. And he gets it, and he still gives us work, but he like helps us, and he understands, and he like relates. He's very good at relating to us, and I think because he's so young, he can.
He's just a good guy.
Yeah, he's just yeah,
and he's not. Would you classify him as like strict? I mean, it's an honors class.
We do move fast. I mean, we finished To Kill a Mockingbird in a month. Like, that was pretty fast. We have an essay test coming up Wednesday, actually. So tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, better study.
Yeah. And So, I mean, it is an honors class. We are moving fast. We are doing lots of stuff. But it's not, like, my toughest class.
Right.
I'm not stressing out about his class.
What surprised you the most about this transition or going back to public school? Or is there a particular struggle?
Not really.
No, you were fine.
Well,
let's talk about the morning routine. That was a little different.
It still is, actually. I don't think it'll ever get better. I used to get up at 5:30 every morning. And then I have to get to the bus stop by like 6:25.
6:25 a.m.
Bus at 6:30.
That's early bus
And then
stop.
I get to school at 7:05 to 7:10, and we don't have to be in homeroom till 7:35. So it's like I have this giant
Yeah,
span of time.
I don't understand why they do that.
Yeah,
Why is it?
it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So
your sleep schedule has changed.
Yeah,
for sure.
I go to bed.
You're tired.
I try to get in bed at between 8:30 and 9, depending on like how much homework I have, and also like if there's a test the next day or something. And I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, which is like bare bottom basement. I should be getting 9 hours.
Teenagers need a lot of sleep.
Class,
Yeah.
Because
you have to clear out those amyloid betas, that protein, or you're just toxic.
Yeah.
If you're not getting sleep and you pack your lunch, you like to pack your lunch.
I pack it the night before, so I'm not stressing out about it in the morning.
Smart. You went into school with a few friends.
Yes.
So
I had 3 friends from church that I knew, and then like I just knew
some people. Just
like
the community.
Yeah. So it wasn't hard.
And have you made some friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I have made
a lot of friends. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of people watching this may have seen the video I did with your friends.
Yeah.
When we were testing the light.
Yeah.
The ProPhoto A1.
Those were all new.
Those were all new friends. And they were so sweet, those girls. Yeah, they were really nice. I really liked them. So good job.
Yeah.
Picking some good friends.
Yeah.
What has surprised you socially?
Socially?
Yeah, the way people interact.
Well, boys are immature.
Boys are immature.
And I mean, like, I knew going into it that there was going to be like lots of swearing and language, and like it didn't surprise me. It's just like it surprised me that I'm getting used to it.
Oh,
I
hate that.
It doesn't hit me as hard anymore.
Oh, I hate that. You become immune to it
because they just talk that way all the time. So yeah, I'm immune to it now.
Why do they speak that way?
I don't know.
Is it a vocabulary issue?
No. But I'm like, if anybody, because I never swear, and if anybody ever says like, why don't you swear, I'm gonna be like, well, because I have a bigger vocabulary and I don't really need to use those words.
Because I know other words. That's
like,
why.
We don't need to be using these words. Yeah.
To communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were also telling me there's a lot of PDA.
Public display of affection.
In teenagers.
Oh.
So when you told me this, she was telling me about the PDA and the swearing. Okay, whatever, it's high school, right?
Yeah.
But my question is, where are the teachers when all this is happening?
They can't do anything. They can't tell people to stop swearing. I mean, they know that it's like...
I'd be like, what's up?
No, they can't.
No, I need to walk those halls.
A lot of them have been teaching for like 17 years.
They're immune to it.
They're immune to it. They don't hear it anymore.
Right. And the other day, there was a fight.
Oh yeah, at lunch.
That's crazy.
I missed it. It wasn't in B. It was in C.
Oh my goodness. So first 9 weeks, would you consider a success?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've really enjoyed it. You've done really well. You like it.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I've always liked school.
So yesterday, you got your first report card.
Well,
Public
it's
school
digital.
report. Yeah, they don't do
school
prints.
Doesn't give
it's
report
online.
cards.
Let's hear about your report card.
I got all A's.
Yep.
There's the puppy.
We can talk about this new puppy. Grandma's fighting with.
She's trying.
I cannot even with this life.
Look at Trooper.
Poor Trooper. Okay.
Okay.
I actually feel sorry for Trooper.
Yeah.
But anyway, your grades. Yeah, you're okay.
So I have all A's. I have pretty much all A pluses. Well, a 98 to 100 is A plus. So I have like 2 or 3
That's awesome.
just mid A's. I got highest honors, which I was very proud of myself.
I am very proud of you.
My GPA is like 4.1, so.
All right. So if anybody is concerned about homeschoolers in terms of socially or their grades, I think we have living proof here that
I was worried that I wasn't going to like get the grades that I've always wanted to. Like, I know like I've always been like a high achiever. Well, you instilled that in me, like when I was younger.
Yeah,
like,
this is a house of champions.
This is like we get A's, we get nothing but A's. I remember like in 5th grade when I really started to like freak out about report cards. Like I remember the one day we were getting our report card and I was sitting there and my hands were sweating and like I was like dying because I needed to get A's. And I did. It wasn't. I mean, it should not have been that nervous.
Now let's clarify here. You freak out because you want to do well.
Yeah, I want to do it. you don't really have to tell me anymore.
I do not. I don't put that kind, because someone's going to watch this and think that I put all kinds of pressure on you.
No, she doesn't.
I do not. You have a ton of intrinsic motivation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
In fact, you told Evan's teachers that this morning. Like, I don't push you. You want to do well just for the sake of doing well.
So, like, for example, in Spanish, I get pretty good grades. I ended this 9 weeks with either 97 or 98. And, like, some days I'll miss, like, a half point on a homework assignment or a test. And, like, he'll underline, like, in Spanish, like, muy bien or excelente. And I'll be like, yeah, okay, it's half a point. Could have gotten that. And it's, like, stupid mistakes. But yesterday I got my test back and I got a 44 out of 46.
She comes home and says, I basically failed my Spanish test. 44 out of 46.
A funny story, my guidance counselor called me down just to see how I was doing. And we looked over my grades and she was reading them off. And then she gets to the 96. And I was like, oh, that's a bad
that hurts.
grade.
Yeah.
And she looked at me really confused because she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
That's 96 is a really good grade. And I was like, yeah, no, that's like mid-A.
But it's not the highest A.
No, and that's in world cultures.
Oh, that's your honors class?
Yeah, world culture shocked me.
Yeah.
It's not that it's hard stuff, because history has never been hard
for
me.
You just memorize it, basically.
Yeah,
but
it's the way he teaches.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. He moved up from 7th grade this year to 10th grade. Which I think there was...
Do you think maybe a disconnect?
Yeah, a little bit. Because all of the kids are saying it's exactly like their 7th grade year. Because they all had him for 7th grade.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, yeah. It kind of seems like a...
Right.
Like... But, like, he never gives us stuff to, like, help us bring up our grade. Like, you get...
He doesn't do bonus points?
No. We get tests every... I don't think honors classes do bonus points.
Oh.
You get tests every, like, 2 weeks, but they're just quizzes. They're, like, 20-point quizzes. So, like, even if I get, like, a 17 out of 20, it's not a good grade. And that brings me down a bunch. So, like, I started out really good, and then I got, like, a not so great, and then I just kept going down. But there was no up, because they're just... The way he teaches, sometimes there will be stuff on the test that, like, we've never talked about, it's not in the book, nobody knows. So nobody gets good grades in his class.
So I would say as long as you're the highest A, that was always my question to the teacher. Okay, if I got an A or B, was there anyone that did better than me?
Oh, there was definitely some kids that
And
did
if
better.
so, then that's who I need to study with. I need to figure out how do they know and I don't know.
Yeah.
And it drives you crazy, doesn't it? Yeah. Because in a lot of your classes you can earn bonus points to make up, like if you missed like psych does he do that in psych, bonus points?
He does some.
Who is the bonus point person? Bio.
I have bio and but the bonus points are really only if you do like really good on tests, like he's got this system. But math, geometry, he gives all his bonus points, but you have to like earn those. Like you have to do problems on the board, and then you have to like win review games and stuff. So I think they do that for academic classes because they feel like we need that. But we probably need it more in honors.
What does academic mean?
It's like you're on track, like you're normal.
Okay, so an academic class is like your regular class?
Yeah.
Because when I was in high school, we called those the class for stupid people.
But
no, they don't do that.
There's concepts.
What's that mean?
There's like geometry concepts. So that's like you're not an academic and you're not in honors. So there's like concepts, academic, which is normal, which is what most kids are on, and then there's honors.
Oh, okay. Because I remember when I was in 9th grade, there was a class called Math 9, and that was for the people who struggled in math.
Yeah, they changed it up a
little bit. Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
It's different.
Mr. Villacorsa, Martin Villacorsa.
Charlene's asking
you. Yeah, for my world culture teacher.
Yeah. All of your teachers were really nice, but the one that, I love Mr. Slap, of course, but your biology teacher, oh my gosh, he is my absolute favorite ever. So when I met him, I was walking down the hall and I said, hi, I'm Heather Lawton, and this is my husband Craig, and he said, yeah, I know who you are, because you look exactly alike.
And he talked to me about it the next day, and he go, oh,
Charlene had him. That's funny. She's real young. Yeah.
That's funny. And he's like, you just, like, it's not like you guys look alike, you just, like, talk the same, you act the same, you dress the same.
Mannerisms.
You just like, your whole mannerism is the same. And
That is
like,
so funny.
Yeah.
He was so kind to us, and he was so complimentary of you. He said, you're doing so well. He was so, oh, you're tired. So, he was so impressed with not just your grades, but your work ethic, how hard you work.
It's not hard when you're in a class of 9th grade freshmen who don't give a crap because they don't care.
Yeah.
And like, they all think I'm a genius because I get A's, and they all tell me all the time, like, you're so smart, she's so smart, ask her. And I, like, okay, thank you, but I'm not really. I just do the work and I study, and I don't actually spend that much time doing this stuff. Like, I told Dad last night, I'm not a slave to this schoolwork. Like, I'm not, like, I don't come home and I'm studying for like 5 hours every night. Like, I do my work, I study for a test when it comes up, but I'm not, I have a life. Like, I do things.
She has a life.
I watch TV, I like go out with my family, like, I don't have to try.
No, right. Yeah, you try.
I
you
try. I put an effort in.
Yeah.
But it's not like this humongous giant effort that like kills me.
Right.
Because I don't need that.
No, you're awesome. I'm so proud of you. You've done so well. So to answer the question that we get asked, I get asked a lot too. How does Ella like school?
Yeah.
How is she doing? She is awesome. She does really well. We are super, super proud of her. She works so hard. And she's taking care of business. I don't know. But, you know, the rule in our house, do you want to tell them the rule about when you turn 5, what happens?
You're on your own.
You're on your own. When you're in our house and you turn 5, you're on your own. You know why? Because I put in my time. And it was hard time. So at the age of 5, you've got to figure it out. And Evan's teacher said, yeah, he is pretty independent. And I said, because I don't have time for that. I don't know. I have things to do and I'm busy that day. Maybe you need a nap.
I think I do. It's because of my sleep schedule's off.
I know.
I stayed up late cleaning my room.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. Hey, so if you have any questions for my homeschooler transitioned into public school, please ask away. But some people ask me, should they homeschool their kids, or what do I think about homeschooling in general? And I see some people do it very well, very successfully. I see some people struggle towards the end. I struggled for sure, but I will say this, in general, which means there are exceptions, but in general, I feel like many of us send our kids to high school.
Yeah.
Public school. And there are very few who homeschool their high school because it's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of work, and you have to take it very seriously, and it becomes not just a full-time, but like encompassing.
Yeah, you have to like take all the classes you need to like pass.
Like, how would I teach you that stuff? I mean, I just couldn't. So
like, I can't imagine you like trying to learn like biology or chemistry on my own.
I mean, I was okay at those. I did well, but no, I wouldn't want to teach them. I'm going to leave that up to the professionals.
Yeah, definitely.
Who do really well. I'm so proud of you. You're awesome. You are literally the best daughter I have.
Mom, I'm the only daughter you have.
Yeah, I know. The best. That's why I only had one girl, one boy, done, because I knew my limits. All right, you guys, have a great day. See ya.